Hi guys, and welcome to the BTM Club Kitchen. Now today is going to be, I'm going all veggie today. And I thought I want rice and peas, but I just don't want regular rice and peas. So I'm going to do a vegetable rice, stir-fried rice with our traditional peas in there. Today I'm going to use gunga peas. That's right, gunga peas. But I'm going to fry up some red cabbage, shallots, red onions, chives, broccoli, and I have to admit I do cheat with the broccoli. I kind of parboil it before I fry it because I don't like it too hard in the rice, and to actually cook it in the pan it tends to burn. So I do cheat a little bit and parboil the broccoli and then cut it up, and I even use the broccoli stalks. So they're quite nutritious. Well, all of it's nutritious, but hey. And there's the red cabbage. Now it's all about the timing. All I'm going to use is salt, virgin olive oil, black pepper. You know I love my favorite black pepper mill. And of course my homemade dry seasoning. Some of that's going to go in there as well, just to give it a bit of piquancy. Okay, so that's the collection for today, and all I'm going to do is soften it all in my favorite pan and then put in the basmati rice, which has been obviously pre-boiled. Right, now here we have some olive oil preheated, and it's all about the timing. So I put in the red cabbage first because that's going to take the longest to cook. In goes the red cabbage. And give that a stir so that the cabbage gets lathered and covered in the oil. The next thing to go in will be the shallots. That's it. Now the garlic and red onions will go in together because red onions cook quite quickly, number one, and number two, the garlic can have a tendency to burn if it's in too long and it gets bitter. So as I said, it's all about the timing. We put in the red onions and the garlic towards the end of the cooking of these, which take much longer to cook. Right, now this red cabbage and the shallots seem to be cooked enough to now add the red onions and the garlic. There you go. As I said, you don't want to add the garlic too soon because it tends to burn and get bitter. So there's the remainder of the red onions and garlic and the stalks of the broccoli. Right, so they can all go in now. Give that a good stir so that they all get covered in that olive oil. And you just leave them there to do their thing. Right, okay, here is the red cabbage, red onions, broccoli stalks, and garlic. I'm now going to add the top part of the broccoli, the florets as they call it, some chives, and finally my black-eyed peas. Here they are. Again, give that a good stir so that everything marries up nicely and they become the best of friends in this pan. That's it. Let them become friends, and then the last few ingredients are to be added. Right, so they've all become the best of friends in that pan, and here comes the seasoning. I put in 2 teaspoons of my dried mixed seasoning. That's right. Garlic, onions, mixed herbs, and a little dried chili. So yes, they're all in there becoming friends. Yeah, I think they're about, I think that's about right. I think they're being quite friendly now. Right, as I always say, for me, when I'm using rice to fry, it has to be cooked in advance so that all of the moisture goes out of it. And I've always got batches of rice cooked up and put in the freezer, so I can pull them out at any time. But if you're going to do fried rice, it's best to really fry it in advance so that it's nice and dry, so that when it does fry, you get those nice caramelized pieces. And if you've been following the cooking over the last few months, you know how important my caramelized bits are to me. Okay, so there is some basmati that I cooked earlier. I've always wanted to say that. Here's some I cooked earlier. Right, so we put a little more heat under this, and let's work with this rice and get it beautifully mixed here. Yes, it's looking quite good now. Right, so there we have it. The rice is in, nicely broken down with the mixed veg. And here is literally a pinch of salt. A pinch. Now, how much a pinch is dependent on the size of your hands. Okay? And of course, to taste. So you can always add more or less or none at all. Entirely up to you. So I looked at this and I thought, it looks okay, but it needs some color. So what I am going to do is add some baby cherry tomatoes. Okay? But not cooked. I switch off the heat. And then I add them and stir them in so that they remain whole. Because they're such babies that if you cook them too much, they'll disappear and break up. So just put them in, turn off the heat, stir them in so that you get the color. And the final ingredient is a little squeeze of lemon. Yeah, I'll have to get that seed out. A little squeeze of lemon that somehow always adds an extra bit of life to whatever you cook. There we go, and that's it. My vegetable black-eyed peas fried rice.